Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mutants and metahumans of all ages, shapes, and sizes, it is time for the most spoilerific show on YouTube. And if you have any requests for any topics, leave a comment below or hit us up on Twitter. What up with your YouTube and YouTube bust? Is your boy TripleCup Chuck, and I'm up. And you're tuning in to the Heroic Vibration Podcast, where we talk about Marvel, DC, comic books, anime, video games, TV shows, and more. Let's go. First up, we got that boy Flip. Now, who they want? Man, go ahead, Mr. GTA himself. Flip Money, introduce yourself and let them know where they can find you at.
Yo, what's going on, people? This your boy Flip Money. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on Xbox Live, Flip Money Online, Twitter, Flip Money 1975. Of course, here always the vibration. I cannot get that shit off.
Yeah, the tongue twister.
No, I can't. Y'all know where y'all can find me at, man. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me, man, for real. I'm a block ass. And we're gonna give a shout out to my boy Chaos, try to hook him up with a female on Xbox Live and stuff. Hopefully, him not being on here today. So I hope he actually trying to talk to her to get somewhere, whatever. Because he do got a lot of demons in his soul, and him talking to that female is going the right way to get them demons out of his soul.
Man, you crazy. I'm gonna say, do your thing, man. Go ahead and do your thing. So let's go ahead and keep this party going, man. What's down with your Savage Carter, man? Introduce yourself and let them know where they can find you at the Juggernaut of Destiny.
What up, people? This the Savage. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? You can find me at Savage Carter 225 on Twitter. You can find me on Savage Carter on the Xbox. And as always, you can find me here on the Heroic Vibration Podcast.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Being subtle today, man. Subtle today. So first thing, man, we gotta get into this big gaming topic. You know what I'm saying? You know, this podcast is a gumbo, you know what I'm saying? We talk about video games, we talk about the TV shows, we talk about comic books, you know what I'm saying? This that gumbo podcast for all the geeks and nerds. We all mixed together. That's why it's mutants and metahumans. So when I want to say PlayStation and Xbox, Marvel and DC, we doing all this here. So they had this one in particular title that's an Xbox exclusive. They getting a lot of people that's hating on it. They got a people that's fanboy, and they just liking it just because it's a console exclusive. And then you have your people that's in the middle, the people that generally just like Crackdown because it's a fun game, and the people that just don't like Crackdown because that's not their type of game. You got all different type of gamers. And the one other thing too, I want to say, yes, you can have lobbies and pick and play with your friends. So y'all, whoever with everybody that's thinking that the sky is not falling, Chicken Little, the sky is not falling. So let me go ahead and get into my panel, and I want to get their thoughts on this here. See if they played it or they interested in playing it and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll get a different angle and a different view, because it's the Vibration Podcast. We bring it to y'all from a whole completely different angle. So say Flip Money, man. I seen that you had the opportunity to play Crackdown. You know what I'm saying? Is that a game that you say, hey, you want to try it out for yourself, see what you think about it, and why? What you think?
I mean, I had played the last few Crackdown games that came out in the past or whatever, but I mean, me playing it, I like it for just what it is, man. Just to have fun, to shoot it up with your homies and stuff like that. Do I like the fact of the cloud destruction or whatever? Yeah, the game was pretty cool, whatever. Now, the only thing about that I don't like about this game is I was getting the business handed to. They was lighting me up. They was double teaming me like I don't know what. I was in there on my own, a lonely soldier. I felt like I was playing GTA again and stuff. No one to help me and stuff. Other than that, the game is good, man. I mean, most people who talk bad about the game, let's keep it honest. People who talk bad about games that they can't have or whatever, they mad because it's not on their platform of choice. When they can just easily, if you can afford it, you can just easily go out there and buy the Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, and go ahead and rock out with it instead of just talking bad about it. And you're right. Some people are just going crazy because it's an exclusive and don't support it. Don't be one of the people that want to talk about a game and you don't like it and you're not going. You just hyping it up because for it to be an exclusive and you don't like that type of game or whatever. Don't do that. Just keep it real with yourself, man.
Just keep it
If you
on.
like it, you like it.
Hey, so what
Right.
you think about the shell shading?
Oh,
The
I got a
art
problem.
style,
So, it's a comic book game. Like, come on, like it's always been what it's supposed to be, like a comic book, whatever. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I always say with most games that's out there, whatever. Some games with me never really have to look graphically enhanced or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some games never have to look like that to me or whatever. As long as they act realistic or it's a fun game to me, and I'm cool with it because I understand that everybody like different types of games or whatever. So.
right? I mean that makes sense. So, but do you think it? Even though they went with the shell shading art style, do it look beautiful? Do it look like it still could be eye candy? Because you had the opportunity to get your face. You didn't see it through no Instagram. You didn't see it through no YouTube. You was actually to play this game on your television, seeing it in full effect with its full glory. So with the shell shade, do it still look beautiful?
Yeah, it still look good. It look good. I mean, like, okay, let's look at Mario. We got Mario. No matter how advanced, the next console come out, they make Mario, Zelda, Metro, so forth and so forth. They still look beautiful. They show shaded.
Right.
To me, the Wind Waker was the best looking Mario game that I've seen. Cause there was something. Look at the colorization. Look at the water look. It's like a live cartoon. I'm like, yo, this thing looks nice or whatever. So that's no different from that. So if you can play Mario or Zelda, you can play Crackdown. Same thing.
Right, it kind of give you that same type of feel where the it's the art style that they went with, and I kind of like it because it's still beautiful. I mean, to me, it's like the details of the type of art style because they have different just types of art style. That one not that don't make one better than the other one because one could be photorealistic and one could have its own animation style. Like just it could be different. But you know what I'm saying that what with that, what about the movement and the way that the fluent, was it fluent? And the other thing that I really want to know is that the movement and what I've been hearing a lot about is the lock-on system. You know what I'm saying? Do you like the lock-on system? Do you dislike it? And do it make sense the way they implement it because they had to have it in there for a reason?
Well, I mean, with a lot of games, you always want to improve on the lock on system. You always want to have everything narrowed down or whatever. I mean, look what type of game it is or whatever. So I couldn't see this game having problem with the art style that it have or whatever, or with the lockdown. I can't see it having problems, whatever, because of the art style and the way they look. It's not like it's a graphically enhanced game where it's going to mess up the mechanics of the game because the mechanic of the game move very fluently. So
Right.
I'm not mad at that. So it's everything right there on that part is as I would say a okay.
Right, because I was hearing some people that were saying like the lock on is like instead of like the traditional way of shooters, like when you in an area with somebody, you can lock on to the person where you follow them instead of you have to, how the most shooters you got to actually aim. It just kind of like lock on, but to get away from the lock on, like you jump through buildings or jump or go around the building. Like if somebody locking on to you, go way up in the air, you go across on the other building, so it keep you constantly moving on the case of you got to break the lock instead of just shooting the person. So the lock on is like your extra chance to try to get away instead of it being easy for a person to shoot you. It actually enhance give you a defensive of game plan that's like, okay, this person lock on me. Let me move out the way of this person. Let me dodge this way here. Let me shoot the wall right here. Let me jump inside this building here. So it got to be that dynamic where you could jump through any walls because you got to get away from a auto lock. Basically, that's how I was taking it when I was hearing about like the auto lock about the game. I mean,
Uh-huh.
is it kind of like that, and then it kind of indicates you when a person had an auto lock on you, like the screen or something, give you a little tint or red or something to say, in or you being auto locked on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does that. Like quite a few games does that. GTA does that when you pull out the lock on. And, I mean, you pull out your missile, and you trying to lock on, track on, and stuff. The only way I can see like how sometimes it may not connect or whatever, unless that character is being very smooth and swift with how they moving the analog stick through the games or whatever, not to get caught up on a lock on. I mean, I think
Right.
it's even balanced.
Right, because that kind of give it that extra dynamic to make you have to be like you say, smooth and move. So the game got to play like butter for you to be able to do that.
Right.
That's the kind of impressions I got off of this. But let's go ahead and move on to Savage, man. So what are your thoughts about Crackdown? You know what I'm saying? You think it's a good game, you want to get it, or is a game that you're not interested in? Your opening thoughts.
Crackdown really not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I saw it. It looked good, but it's really not my cup of tea.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I played the first two Crackdown, and it was way too easy for me, so they kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. That's really the reason why I really don't have a desire to play Crackdown. I mean, I saw it; it looked good. You know what I'm saying? I can't take nothing away from it. You know what I'm saying? But it's
So
just
basically, it's
not.
just not your type of game. So yeah,
It's
you
just
want
it's
to.
just it's just not my type of game.
Okay, yeah, I feel that. I mean, you fit in the category where you're not the person that's hating on the game um because the hate on the game, like how a lot of people doing. Your perspective is more of a general, like, okay, these not your type of game. But if they like these type of games, it look like a fun type of game for the next man. If this is his cup of tea.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, yeah. Like some
I'm not.
people like,
I'm not saying it's a whack game or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I saw the footage of the game. It looked way better than the other two. I'm talking about
right.
100 times better than the other two. But I don't really want to just go out on a limb and play a game that I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not sure about that. I really want to play. So it's just not me.
I feel that,
So
man. Yeah, I could respect that because they just that's exactly how a gamer answer a question about a game that he don't like. That like some people don't like RPGs, and if they see a RPG that look like a good RPG, they're not gonna hate on it because they don't like RPGs. They're gonna say, "Oh, that's not my type of game." That's why Xbox and the games they're supposed to give you choices, like different choices of different types of games, and speaking about Crackdown and on a delay, man, we got a person that ain't been in here a while, man. I don't know, you got your microphone together, everything good, because you know what I'm saying, man. Kaleidoscope, man, what's good with you, homie?
Yo, chilling, man. I was just listening on the conversation of what Savage was talking about, man. Actually, I feel you on that one, Savage, though. I ain't like the first two Crackdown games.
Uh,
But this one actually looks a lot better. But yeah, everybody, what's up, man? It's Kaleidoscope. It's been a minute since I've been on this show, no doubt. It's massive fucking snowstorm today. But everything is good, man. Everything is good. Reading the hell out of fucking comic books, bro.
Man, so Kaleido, man, it's been a minute. So what's been up with you? What you been playing? What comic books you been reading? You know, let the people that's been watching the podcast that's Kaleido fan been saying what your boy been up to.
All right, well, I've been playing some old shit, you know what I'm saying? Like Dragon Ball Fighters, Injustice. The only new shit I've been playing is the Resident Evil 2 remake. That's official. All right, so I can't complain about that. I already have Crackdown 3 locked, cocked, and ready to roll, man. You know what I'm saying? So once it comes down to that 12 o'clock midnight, I'm gonna be down. I'm gonna be on some Crackdown. All right, and why? Because I actually enjoyed Infamous on the PlayStation not too long ago and whatnot. So I was like, all right, that this is right up my alley. You know what I'm saying? The dude is actually throwing cars the whole 9 yards, blowing up the city. I don't know. I'm gonna definitely try it though. You know what I'm saying? I got the Game Pass, so we'll see how that rolls.
Hey, so what do you think about the lock-on system? You heard how it operate is like is an auto lock, and let's say if you get an auto lock on you, like your screen kind of like do a little red tint around the end to let you know they got an auto lock, and you got to actually dodge and move run around the building to break the lock, or shoot through a building and jump inside of it to try to break the lock. So 2 or 3 people locking on you, or you jump way in and try to jump over a building, and while you trying to lock on them, you trying to break their lock at the same time. Like the different dynamic that they bring into this game to keep you on the go and keep you on the move instead of having to just sit there and try to snipe and aim. So what you think about the auto lock system?
That actually sounds dope. Because once you notice that lock is on you, your ass is gonna get the hell out of Dodge. All right, so I feel that. Yeah, that sounds official, man. I know about that lock though, but now that you broke it down for me right there, that sounds dope. All right, because I know to get the previous game, at least the first one, had that lock system as well, but for you to lock on the enemy. All right, no, I'm saying like most games have, but to flip it around and have it where you feel that you getting locked and whatnot, and then you gotta juke and move and whatnot in order to break the lock. Yo, that's dope, man. That's like some football shit for a video game.
Just think about like with the destructibility, where you gotta blow the building, or the building coming down, and you try to run into while the building falling, you try to run through the building. That way, the auto lock will break about time the building crashes down to give you a chance to run around and just all different type of stuff you could do on the game.
I mean, you can easily juke the auto lock though. Know what I'm saying? Just blast through a wall or smash through a wall and hide behind it.
Right. See, like, I've been hearing a lot of people that was like, "Oh, the auto lock is stupid." I don't know. A lot of people, they was down talking it before they had a real good understanding of the, like I say, the implementations that you could use for the auto lock. So it's gonna be
that sounds dope. I don't know why the hell they was complaining, yo. I don't see why. The only reason they probably complaining, either they're too stupid to know what the fuck is being explained, or that they pulling out that fanboy card, bro.
Right, like the people that hate on the game just to hate on the game.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's so many of them people that do that. It's ridiculous.
Dude, if they would have implemented some shit like that in Infamous, man, motherfuckers would have been yelling that shit from the rafters. Yo, did y'all see that new mechanic? That shit is dope. But it wasn't in Infamous though.
Right, that's something that Infamous was missing out on. But yeah, that's one of those things that what I'm saying is people ain't gonna realize it until they get their actual hands on it. That's why Game Pass is so official. Like people that was on the edge, what I'm saying, boy, should they get it or should they not get it? Will, if they have Game Pass, they gonna download it anyway. Like, oh, that's that Crackdown that people hate now. Let me try it for myself. And that's one of the good features about having a system like that.
Yeah, dude, it's looking official. I can't front, man. Especially with that thing that you just broke down. I did not see that shit coming. All right, I thought it was like the same old Crackdown mechanics. Know what I'm saying? It just looks a little bit better. I didn't know about that new lockdown, that new lock-on mechanic. That shit is dope.
Yeah, that shit gonna be
that's actually a game changer, bro. Can you imagine? You could actually implement that shit in other types of games. Can you imagine in Quantum Break when you knew that motherfuckers had you on lock? Dude, you would juke quick as hell.
Yeah, and do one of the special move where you the bullets, you can make them freeze, and that shit would be crazy.
It's like Spidey sense taken to the next level. All right, because Spider-Man, his spider sense will go off and whatnot, right? So he'll basically just move real quick in order to avoid an incoming bullet, right? But these motherfuckers keep the lock on you. All right, because freaking, know what I'm saying, is that you can't just move because they still got you on lock. So you got to hide behind a car, behind a building, smash through walls, whatever, behind a truck. Know what I'm saying? You got to do some other things, next level shit. All right, so this is Spider-Man, Spidey sense taken to the next level.
Oh, hell yeah. That would be some fire ass shit. But that is the Crackdown and the reasons why the real gamers either like it or dislike it. Not this fanboy stuff that people have been hearing. That was just a true opinion. Now, speaking about a true opinion, I want to ask y'all opinion about this Captain Marvel. They saying that the projected sale rate hit 80 million for this game for this movie to actually be successful. Now on Captain Marvel, they begin a lot of backlash about what's the girl that played that's gonna play Cara, not about to call her Cara Danvers, that's gonna play Captain Marvel.
It is Carol. It is Carol Danvers.
No, it's about like her real name.
You talking about
Brie Larson?
Brie Larson. Okay, where Brie Larson is coming out like with they getting a lot of backlash about her with they saying about like with this SWJ stuff and how she being an opportunist, and that she doing fundraisers talking about this is how you this movie here is to like empower women that's doing this, and she trying to make it like she a big spokesperson for the women community, and she trying to pretty much do like how they did with Black Panther, raise money, and the things that she's saying about her target audience is not the middle-aged white man, and just a whole bunch of stuff that they got the stuff they got going on with this movie. And they was talking about her with a stunt double, and she has not like her like she didn't want to get in shape for the movie, and people were saying, well, saying she looked like Captain Marvel, but she need to get into a better shape, and people saying they body shaming her, and they got a lot of stuff going on with this movie. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, but they got a lot of stuff going on with this movie. So my question is, do y'all think that Captain Marvel going to actually be a success, or y'all think it's going to flop? And they said the standard is like 80 million.
I think it'll work. I don't think there's going to be no problem with other. I mean, you really got to be hitting real hard for that. And you talking about the SJ, whatever them people names with the letters and stuff like that. I ignore them, man. Like all that. I mean, it's a movie. Like who comes up with these ideas? Like I'm tired of these motherfuckers always interjecting and interrupting and think that, well, the movie should have this, and this, and this. Well, she's lying about, like, come on, man. This woman is an actress, and all she's doing, she got hired to play a character in a comic book. Why must you always come out and try to ruin someone else's fun? Like, it is not real. It is a story that's been told in comic book already for years. It's not real. Like, why do y'all want to jump into this? Like, why can't we just enjoy what we watch? That's what I don't understand. Like, it's not like you got people running out there killing people or doing some extracurricular stuff. Why don't you find a better cause to fight for than to hop in with these movies and stuff? Like, they does this every time or whatever. Like, okay, she's a female character. What y'all want her to be, like some type of leader or something like that? Like, I don't understand. Like what are we doing here with comic books movie? All they doing is making movies that fans like and people and the casual, the movies that comic book fans like and the casual like, and of course they're gonna make some money out of it though, but they just trying to apply fans and other people with a good quality movie, but it's always gotta be like they like little roaches coming out and stuff. Always gotta be like a little roach come out and stuff. This to irritate the hell out of you with stupid stuff. I think the shit is stupid. There's nothing wrong with that movie. Gonna do good. I don't see that movie being hurt by no. I can't see that. She's gonna come out. She's gonna do her thing. We all gonna go to the movie. Some of us may look at it on Cody, but we still gonna love the movie. You know what I'm saying? Come on, like they need people alone. Let these people do their job. I don't understand this shit, man. It's getting ridiculous.
Man, they is everywhere about it too, and it's like every time I look on Twitter, there's something about that. I see another YouTube video of somebody talking about the movie that they gonna boycott the movie, and I'm like, and I'm actually seeing people making videos about it, and I'm seeing other people saying they think the movie gonna suck, that it's Marvel way of catering and stuff like that. So that's what they're gonna try to pretty much do with the Captain Marvel movie. They're gonna try to act, they're gonna like the Ghostbusters 2016, all types of stuff about it. So so what about you, Savage? What you think?
Savage don't care.
Yeah. So you don't like. So what you think that the movie gonna? You don't think it's gonna flop? You don't care if it's gonna be a success? You think it's just gonna? Or you think it's gonna?
You're gonna watch it?
I'm going to see it, and I don't give a fuck what everybody else think.
That's what's up.
That's highly understood. I mean, so what about you, Colada?
All right. Well, basically, all those YouTube videos popping up. The reason they're popping up all over YouTube and whatnot is because of the traffic that they're generating. They're generating a lot of traffic, bro. All right. Anything about this Captain Marvel movie that people could put out there, they're going to put out there. Why? Because it's generating traffic, whether it's on a website, whether it's on a YouTube channel, whether it's on Mixer. It doesn't matter. It's generating traffic and whatnot because it's something that everybody's dying to see. All right. After that after credit sequence in Avengers Infinity War, everybody was like, you had half the audience was like, yes. The other half was like, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? And then everybody was like, all right, so the ones that in the know explain to them, oh, that's Captain Marvel. Wait until she come out, man. She's gonna be badass, so on and so forth. All right. And basically the ones that's hating on her, all right. I guess it goes down to fanboyism all over again, bro. All right. Why? Because she's been an activist for feminism since just when they even cast, even just before they even cast her ass and shit. She had done that movie The Room, and then they had talked about casting her and whatnot, and she was talking about all that feminism shit back then. All right, so it's not now all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? She actually got casted what in 2016, 2015, one of those years. So it was quite a few years back, and she's been like that on her Instagram, on her Twitter for like several years and whatnot. And now people trying to take pot shots at her like it's something new. She's been doing that for a while. It's nothing new. And then the people that's talking about that she's not in shape, actually I seen on her Instagram, girl bench press 250 pounds that her trainer had to lift just to get a fucking cookie. All right? Because a cookie's gold to people that are in training for these types of superhero movies. All right? Just ask fucking Chris Evans. All right? Ask fucking Robert Downey. Ask all these dudes and whatnot that do these superhero movies and get into shape.
250 pounds?
Bench, 250 pounds.
Shit, man, that's like double her weight.
Yeah.
Ask Henry Cavill.
Exactly, yo. You can imagine what Henry Cavill's fucking bench pressing. You know what I'm saying? These dudes do a lot of work just to get in weight. Just to get in shape for these movies. Right. So all that stuff that people's talking about, that Brie Larson needs to get in shape, yada yada yada. That's all bullshit, yo. You know what I'm saying? They're just making more noise or generating noise in order to fucking gain more traffic through their website, to their video, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And when the movie comes out, the people that are talking about that the movie's gonna flop, the movie's tracking for 160 million opening. All right? It's already tracking for 160 million opening weekend. If we remember correctly from a few years back, Wonder Woman made 102 million. All right? So think about it. Everybody knows who Wonder Woman is. The majority of the people out there do not know who the fuck Captain Marvel is. And this one is going to generate already over 160 million opening weekend, bro. Damn, a practically unknown character. All right? But why? Because it's Marvel, son. They know what they're doing. They know how to build up hype. They did the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, I was excited for it 2 years before the shit even came out. I was telling my friends, like, yo, that's gonna be the shit. It was like, what's it about? And they have a raccoon. He's like, what? I was like, don't worry. When you see it, it'll be dope, man. And what happens? Guardians of the Galaxy comes out and it fucking cleans up shop.
Right.
Nobody had ever seen anything like
on paper.
Exactly. It's hard to explain on paper. No, I'm saying just like Captain Marvel. It's like, oh, she's the most powerful, all this stuff. You can't really explain that. You know what I'm saying? Now people are starting to get hints by seeing the trailer. You see her flying through space, throwing late star bolts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Blowing people up. I've been reading that she actually goes into binary, actually using some of her binary powers. I was like, okay, this movie seems like it's going to be on a whole nother level. And basically, I'm thinking these trailers are hiding a lot of shit that's actually going to be in the movie.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking they don't want to spoil it right now, but that might have a lot to do with Endgame too as well. That's what a lot of parts they probably holding out as well.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm thinking like look at all the other characters that's in there. You got the guy that's playing Korath, old dude that was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The guy his medals ripped off and whatnot. The guy played by Jimon Hansu. Korath is in the movie. You also got the bad guy that was in Guardians of the Galaxy, Ronan the Accuser.
Oh, the Accuser, yeah.
The black dude is Korath. The black dude is Korath. All right, and Ronan the Accuser is also in the movie. All right, and think about it. Ronan the Accuser is Kree. All right, so are they on his side? Supposedly he's a Kree radical, right? And then you got that girl, Minerva, that's also there. You know what I'm saying? Now, from the comic book, she was bad, but who knows if they throw a twist? All right, and then supposedly Samuel L. Jackson. I'm not sure if it's true because this dude, he could be lying. Know what I'm saying? He was talking about Carol Danvers' time traveling powers. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Savage. Does she have time traveling powers?
No.
No.
No,
All right, so I don't know unless they pulling some shit out their ass or they doing it for the movies.
Yeah,
I don't know. Know what
she
I'm
got
saying?
this a new power they gave her. You know,
Okay. Well, that's gonna be a trip either way,
it's a
man.
new
But
power they
I'm
gave her
excited.
just for the movie. I never heard of. Matter of fact, if anybody ever heard of Captain Marvel having time travel powers before, leave it in the comments, please, because I never heard of.
I mean, she didn't. That was Samuel L. Jackson trolling. I mean, that's all it could be. Because I'm not even finna even
I,
go. He said I ain't finna second guess it. I never seen her with no time traveling powers. Not a heard about her staying, keeping her youth and being able like to live for a long time. So you might see her in the 60s. Then in 2020, she still looked the same. And they say, "Oh, did you time travel to this point or something like this?" But that's far as I could take that. I don't. If they give her time traveling powers, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
if anything, they probably just give her like how they do with other characters, like she aged very slow or something like
Yeah.
that. But they going now in Marvel now, whatever moves in the movie, they switch to the comic books.
I
On
mean,
that
she
now.
basically
So
got
whatever the
Kree
movie
DNA.
says,
She basically got Kree DNA, and they live for
comic
hundreds
book.
of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you got
And
that.
then I don't know
you know,
if y'all read that. Well, I read a mini series that came out a little while back, written by Margaret Stoll and drawn by Carlos Pacheco. It was called The Life of Captain Marvel. And I guess they did a reimagining of her origin. The origin, the way it came off before, that stayed the same. The only thing that changed was her mom's. Her mom's was Cree. That I did not know. All right. And her mom's was
yeah.
ended up getting hunted by some Cree fucking bounty hunter or some shit on the fucking earth. That shit had me bugging. All right. So she was actually Cree all along. What her mother said was that the explosion actually unleashed her powers. Some shit like that, to that extent. So I was like, okay, that would explain the blood. You know what I'm saying? Because she has that bluish type blood around her nose and whatnot, and trailers and whatnot. So that would explain that to a certain degree.
Yeah,
I
well,
guess the comics are just getting in line with the movies, right?
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said. They just making it for the movies, man. They doing the same thing with Thanos. They gonna do Thanos storyline over just to fit the movie.
Shit, man. They
Gonna
came
put
out with
it
a new comic book called freaking Infinity War.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna give them no time traveling power. They're just
yeah, I don't think
I
the
don't
time traveling.
yeah,
It
but the
might
stuff
be
that
a
you were saying
Well, I
about
mean,
her
she is
mama was
gonna be
Cree,
in
I
the
think
present, so who knows?
yeah, but by you saying her mama was Cree, I think they're gonna kind of go more on that line on this story here from kind of what I'm seeing. Just that like how you said how they're gonna explain the red blood and stuff like that.
right.
Blue blood.
Yeah, blue blood. Blue
She
blood.
had she had
Not the
red
TV
blood when
show though,
she
not
was
the TV show.
she had red blood when she was little born, and now the son it just mutated, exploded, enhanced her powers, and it changed her blood. They're gonna try some crazy stuff like that. They do it all the time in movies.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see what they're gonna come up with because you know the tweak that you know for me for us being like hardcore, just the little small tweaks that they do is like I like to see just the changes and stuff like how they did on the Punisher when they changed the Jigsaw backstory. You know, so sometimes I like when they do it. Sometimes it's a hit and miss, but you know it's kind of cool to see it that way. You don't just go in knowing every detail and stuff like that. But speaking about the detail, Superman. It's supposed to
Before
be.
you get into that though, before you get into Superman though, I just gotta say it though, man. Marvel, I gotta give it up to them, man. I've heard about all that stuff that they've been doing recently, all those cartoons, Howard the Duck, that it's like 4 different cartoon series that's gonna come out on Hulu, and one of them, then they're all gonna do like some Defenders type thing, and it's gonna be called the Offenders.
Oh, we gonna. Oh, that's one of the times we're gonna get into that.
Oh, all right. I thought you guys had talked about that. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, yeah,
All
that's
right.
one of.
My
Yeah,
bad. My bad.
it's coming. We got the Howard the Duck. You know that's a fan favorite right there. But before we get to the
Okay. Okay.
fan favorite, we got to go to the number one person who started it all. We got to go to Superman, the man of steel himself. Henry. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Cavill, yeah, that he's supposed to come back as Superman. That you know, because you know it was a big rumor. Then they were saying that he was quitting. That Superman, that they didn't have no role for him, and he was going out doing other stuff, and they were looking for a new Superman. And at the same time, when they was talking about Ben Affleck playing Batman, you know, he officially out of here. But And now they saying that the dude that plays Superman is back, so they can actually continue on with the DCEU. So what do y'all think about? Matter of fact, Flip, since you had brought this up to the table, so what your thoughts is about it first?
I mean, it's only going around so heatedly, whether if it's true or not. Well, it seemed like it's true because Henry, he the one that tweeted all this stuff out. No one did it, but he did it. He the one was tweeting it out saying every time I go to work out or whatever for movies and stuff like the movie now, I use like something like of that nature as an inspiration or whatever. Like,
are you Biden?
So I'm Biden. How about now?
Yep.
How I sound now?
Oh, you good now? You good now?
All right. I mean, he was just saying like when he loved doing workout to movies that he do workout to movies that he's going to play in or something of that nature, and it just happened. So he got a statue of himself dressed up as Superman, and he like crazy built Diesel. Like it's ridiculous how built and how big he is. So like what other movie is it that he's going to do require him to be that big, to be that built like that, other than Superman?
I mean,
so
it could be he could play a different role, but yeah, Superman would be the perfect person. And they were showing him a side by side with The Rock, and The Rock gonna be playing
right.
Black Adam. Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing with that. Him and The Rock have the same agent, and she going for both of them. Listen here, this is how we're gonna do it with both of my clients. Listen here, it's like the old saying, "Kill two birds with one stone," and that's what she's doing or whatever. Maybe their agreement had came up, and they're not telling us secretly that yeah, okay, yeah, whatever the situation was. Yes, he did get burned with the last movies and stuff like that. I understand he didn't get paid as much as we would think that he would have got paid or whatever. So now I guess maybe they came to some type of agreement, and maybe this might be some little publicity thing that's going on. And the manager like, well, hold on, I'm trying to get The Rock in this too. So, hey, like what's going on here?
Right, double promotion, being able to promote on both of them at the same exact time, like how Deadpool and Logan is doing with each other.
Right. So I personally, I really think I think he's going to be Superman. I think that's what that is. Him becoming Superman. I think that's what they doing or whatever.
Okay, that's what's up. So what about you, Kalada?
On why he's getting what he's been working out. That's the news, right?
Yeah,
because it was wrong. They was saying that he wasn't gonna be Superman no more.
Yeah, they said he wasn't gonna be Superman no more, but Henry Cavill is tweeting out, working out.
Check this out, though. Check this out. This might actually blow people's minds real quick, yo. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull a couple of wigs back. Rumors for a while back, right? That supposedly it was going to be a cameo in Shazam, right? Suppose the cameo's a lot bigger. Suppose we're talking Wonder Woman level cameo, like in BVS.
I mean, that could be possible.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, supposing, Captain Marvel ends up going up against something that, he's actually getting his ass stomped. Because supposedly in, what was it, a snippet that they showed, they addressed Superman in the world of Captain Marvel. They alluded to Superman already. All right, so what if Superman does have a role, man? What if Superman comes to save the day?
So you think he's gonna stay? So basically, you think he's gonna stay Superman, and he ain't. The whole thing about him not being Superman was a rumor.
Well, I mean, yes and no. All right, because it could be that he was negotiating. Actors be doing shit like that. Know what I'm saying? Negotiating tactics in order to get more money.
Right.
Now we know that Ben Affleck is out. All right, he's not coming back as the Batman for the Batman movie. And I know y'all heard who the hell they talking to, right? Did y'all hear about who the hell they talking to?
Oh, they thinking? Oh boy, on Twilight, talking about him off of Twilight. Man,
dude. I mean,
bulk up. He need to bulk up.
yeah, he need to bulk up. He need to bulk up a lot, all right, because that dude is like thin as hell.
As what? Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a younger Batman. That's what was going on. He was
Right.
supposed to be a younger Batman.
Yeah, exactly. He's supposed to be a younger Batman, but the guy's like thin as hell. So, like,
I can see
like
man,
the way Chuck
Batman
is saying it, he
Beyond.
needs to bulk up a lot. He needs to put on
I
some
mean,
weight.
we'll look at it like this.
At least he played Batman Beyond. I mean, think about
Kristen Bell wasn't big. He's nowhere near big at all. Michael Keaton wasn't big. George Clooney played in George Clooney played in Batman.
Christian Bale was twice as big as Michael Keaton, bro. Just to clear things up.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I'm absolutely positively.
Either way, they still wasn't big. They was nowhere near as Ben Affleck.
No, but Ben Affleck was a beast, though, man. Ben Affleck went toe to toe with Henry Cavill.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like that right there ain't nothing. The him beefing up or whatever, I don't worry about that. It's this thing called movie magic, so I don't worry about that.
Yeah, they'll get him in shape. Same way they did doing. That's the same way they doing Captain Marvel. They're gonna get him getting her in shape. They're gonna get him in shape. Got to play the role.
He's gonna actually have to flaunt his acting chops because I want to see him, have an American accent. I don't want to hear no British accent.
Well, I mean, okay. But hold on,
man, out of Gotham, and that's supposed to be like
exactly,
New York or Chicago. So yeah,
hold on, but that's nothing. How many actors do we know from overseas? You didn't even realize that they was either British from
I know. Christian Bale. Christian Bale's British.
He had an All-American. He British too on the All-American TV show. I would have never guessed that. He got a perfect English accent. His shit better than mine.
The boy that plays Spider-Man. The funniest thing that shocked me when he on TV, people said they was like, oh my God, he signed a picture, whatever. They said, what's the craziest thing you ever heard? He signed a picture, whatever. Here you go, whatever. Took a picture. I was like, all right, whatever. They're like, wait a minute, you're English? He said that was crazy. I'm like, people don't know. People don't know. The guy that played on what's his name? My man that played as Kid Flash, and the other guy that played as on Firestorm.
The dude that plays Firestorm. Yep, he is English.
He's not from over. Yeah, he's not. Or the dude that played as Flash. They're not from over here at all. I was like, wait a minute, what? So they can pull it off. I mean, it all depends on how much you willing to, I guess rehearse to play it off, as an American accent. Only person who did it, and no one didn't care about it was my man Patrick Stewart as Professor Charles Xavier. When Charles Xavier in the comic books, he's not British.
Yeah, but
no
one
cared about that. Nobody cared about that.
Yeah, that was bro.
Just because it's Patrick Stewart, though, man. No, I'm saying he already had that. He already had that cred from Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was like, "Yo, go ahead, Patrick. You good?
Go ahead. We ain't even worried about it. Go ahead. Do your thing." No problem. Stuff like that, man. I'm quite sure. Do they with the beat? It ain't like he gonna do his.
Are you buying it?
You buying it again, bro?
Oh, I'm buying.
So Savage, what you think about that? About Superman actually coming back to play, to be Superman?
I told you.
Oh, so you.
I knew he was going to say that. Yo.
So you ain't had no doubt in your mind, none whatsoever, that he was gone.
Nope.
So the whole time he was gonna be there, you didn't say, okay, well, he might not come back. Because I really was thinking like, damn, man, that's a good ass Super. Dude play Superman. I like him in that role, like that he play a good ass Superman. I was kind of upset to see him if he left, but to me, I felt kind of happy about the fact he's still gonna be Superman because I'm starting to like him as Superman.
You know what's funny that you said that? A lot of people in the beginning, didn't like the Man of Steel. No, I don't like to do that. They pick as Superman. I don't like this. Next thing you know, I'm not playing Superman. Why are y'all doing that? So Warner Brother, you messing up everything. So I'm like, wait a minute, ain't you the same people who just say y'all didn't like this man playing as Superman? Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, I mean, but see,
what it was though is that they was hating on him because you know they ain't really. I guess they ain't like the Zack Snyder movies too much, but yet they was cheering for him when Justice League though. When he shows up in Justice League, motherfuckers was flipping, yo. Everybody in the audience fucking lost their minds, bro.
Hey, especially on that one little scene with the eyeball just moved to the side when Flash looked like, what the man? Hey, I think that was the moment.
Everybody in the audience just flipped out. They was like, oh shit. It's like, you don't know what you're doing now, bro. That's Superman.
Right. I mean, I think that was the moment that sold me too.
So Superman's on point, man. Everybody's dying for him to get his own movie and whatnot. That was just a marketing negotiating tactic in order to get him more money. All right. It's not like the Ben Affleck situation. The Ben Affleck situation is a little bit different. Why? Because he was writing and directing the Batman movie. When he saw that it was too much work to star and direct and write the movie, he was like, you know what? I'll just write the movie and I'll stake with the producer credit and they'll get another director. All right. And then when Matt Reeves came on board, supposedly they was going to use his script. They took his script and they threw it to the fucking curb because Matt Reeves wanted to do something from scratch. All right. Then right there, that's when you hear all the rumors about Ben Affleck wanting to leave. Why? Because he's fucking.
Oh, he got alcohol problems. He got to do this and this. Nah, come on, man. Stop spinning that.
Well, think about it, man. He had the movie.
I told y'all I fired him
from under the rug. Oh, my bad.
I fired him.
Okay, well, you know what? But you know what, though, Savage? I really didn't think he made a bad on Batman or Bruce Wayne. I did. I mean, I thought it was all right. I was shocked.
He was the best Batman I ever seen, bro.
All right.
No, I cannot agree with that.
Oh, so who's the best Batman of you then? Huh, Savage?
I ain't gonna say. I can't say he was the best, but I won't say he was. I can't say he was.
Yep.
You know who I think was the best?
Michael Keaton?
Yep, hands down.
Do it in that giant rubber suit and shit. He could barely move, man. Stuff is
bored. To me, he was just.
I'm gonna explain to you, like I explained to everybody, why Michael Keaton was the best.
He set the standard.
He said this. Yes, he did. He started that. Who are you? I'm Batman. He used his regular voice. That is something that everybody that played Batman from him all the way up to now try to emulate it. It made more sense when the Batman of the day had like a voice joint so that no one would recognize his voice or whatever. Because they cannot imitate how Michael Keaton did that. And he set that standard for that. Everybody, what's my man name?
Michael Keaton was all right, man. He was too skinny, bro.
Like Batman, where are they? Where are they? I'm like, hold on, this boy voice is getting annoying. You're like, come on, man, really?
Well, I thought the reason I like the Ben Affleck version because he uses a voice modulator.
I like
the Christian Bale one, right?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah. Batman.
I don't know what the hell he would do to his voice.
He was trying to emulate Michael Keaton. Where are they? Where's the drugs? I'm like, what the fuck? We're gonna wake up with a sore throat, bro.
But I did like Ben Affleck's interpretation because he whooped ass as Batman. All right, this is the first Batman that I seen on screen seriously put the smack down on motherfuckers. He only did it in one movie, mind you, right? It was just in BVS because he ain't do much of shit in fucking Justice League. But in BVS, he put the smack down. All right. To Superman and to fucking all the gangsters. You know what I'm saying? So, and he was fucking blowing up cars. He was doing all this crazy hellified shit. I really dig his take on fucking Batman. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that he would have had his own movie to actually, show everybody what he's actually capable of, man. You know what I'm saying? The Batman that could actually fucking beat the shit out of dudes, fucking is in crazy shape. I mean, dude, the dude looked like the Dark Knight. All right? Even when he puts that fucking mask on and everything, he was like, wow, that's Batman, yo, that just looks like him. Michael Keaton, he looked like fucking to me it looked like Michael Keaton with a Batman costume on, bro, because I've seen Michael Keaton in so many movies before. All right, Ben Affleck, I don't see Ben Affleck, I just see Batman. But that's my opinion, though. I'm not saying that's
that Batman suit he wore in Justice League was the stupidest shit I ever seen.
Oh yeah, the Justice League one. Yep, I know, right? Why the fuck did they change it, bro?
Me personally, I like the Batman suits they use in the Arkham series. See, to me, like the video games get the Batman suit right for like a live action movie. It should be more on that note. Well, I feel more like okay, that's to me that's more believable from the house. I'm
Well,
like
the BVS one was pretty cool. The one for
No,
BVS,
the best Batman suits was in the Dark Knight series.
the
When
battle
Fox,
armor one.
No, the best.
all of them,
Listen here, y'all
all
all
of
wrong.
them that Fox was developing.
Let me show you
I'm
the
talking about
best.
far as the movie.
Listen here, the best Batman suit I ever saw. Adam West. Best Batman suit ever.
Man, go smoke
Adam
that
West.
bullshit, fool.
Well, three people with three different opinions, man. I still go with
oh,
BVS.
man, Flip
No,
always
Savage
Flip
goes
trying
wrong.
to
with the
be
Dark
funny.
Knight,
Oh,
and you go with Adam West.
I'm just joking. He knew that. Savage knew that. Oh
Flip
man.
can't be serious.
No, that
And
Adam West one is classic though, man. I can't front. That's my favorite Batgirl suit. Was from the Adam West TV series, man.
No,
That purple suit that she used to
no,
wear.
no,
Man,
Kaleidoscope. I was really joking. You don't have to agree and say you like that. I was really joking though, dog.
he's talking about
Really, I was.
dude, I like them shits too,
that's the
man,
one with
dude.
Mr. Freeze and
I,
all them. Yeah.
I like it because I was a child then. Now I was just joking. I was really joking, dog.
I mean, I don't think I like him or like that one either. Not too much. But say Savage, you think that Superman gonna guest appear in Shazam?
Uh, it probably would be a good thing. That's about the best I can say about the Shazam movie. I don't want down talking, but I do not want to see that movie.
Well,
Hey,
well, you know what?
what if it guys Shazam fighting on Shazam getting he get fighting Black Adam? All of they holding they hold that.
Yeah, but from what I read, Black Adam not gonna be in the movie.
Nah, Black Adam's not
Right.
in it, bro.
Yeah. Unless he at the end a cameo. This is what I see. This is what I see with this
Nah,
from
Yeah,
the
but
best thing
how
I
is he
can
going to
see,
cameo if he hasn't been introduced yet?
the
yeah.
best
I'm
thing
just
I can
saying.
see is what they do with Black Adam is they make another Superman movie and make Black Adam the actual villain and bring Shazam in as a cameo. Is the
You
only
think they
one
might?
that can actually hurt him.
No, I'm just saying, like, even if I mean, they did it before. Like, I'm looking at it like, well, what if they just show him at the end of the movie? You don't have to physically show him coming around talking or whatever. You can just show like a little, like flash a little symbol or something like that. Like, wait a
Yeah,
minute,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
at
show
the
him
end
at the
of
end of the movie, but
right,
actually put him in a Superman movie.
And it
And that way,
ought to
I
be
can
on
that
the
way,
timeline
that
too.
age,
see that. I can
that
see that.
way, they can their agent can have both of her fucking clients in one movie,
Yup.
and they can still be promoting Shazam to be in the next Justice League movie.
Yes, sir. I can see that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what about you, Kalada? You think Superman gonna feature in Shazam movie?
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a good possibility, man. That's the reason he was getting in shape and all that. He has to look good for his cameo. He's not trying to look like Ben Affleck did on the reshoots for Justice League.
Yeah, I was allowed
It's
to say
like,
that,
yeah, I have
everybody.
a feeling that they might show something. I just hope it's a bigger role, though. Like, he comes in to save the day towards the end of some shit, man. The audience will fucking lose their shit.
I mean, yeah, there
I
will
would
be.
lose my shit. No, I'm
Or they
saying I
do
would
like
lose
how
my
they do
shit if he
Iron
fucking
Man.
did this.
That
Or they
that
do
that's
how they did
wishful.
Iron Man.
That's wishful thinking. I would love to see that happen, but knowing them, they would probably just
Dude, just
flag
think about
a
how
symbol or
did
something.
everybody react when Wonder Woman came on the scene in BVS, bro? Everybody
Oh,
was fucking going crazy, bro.
I mean, yeah, but she had a whole lot more. I don't think I really don't think they're going to do all that. I really can't. I really don't think they're going to do that. I mean, I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but I don't think they're going to do that.
Right, right. I mean, they got. I think they're gonna have. I think he's gonna have a bigger role, like how I like on Spider Man, how Iron Man was on Spider Man, and they just keeping it under wraps, and they put him in there like dead, like how Black Panther was in Civil War. So so they take Black Panther and they kind of like implement him in there, and that's how
Man,
they're gonna run
I
a little bit.
understand what you're saying, but we talking about two different movie companies.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that is true.
it's always good to have your own theories about things, but we all talking about Warner Brothers right now.
Hmm.
And
And they just,
Well, I mean, they
yeah, I
doing
don't
good so far, man.
No, I'm not saying they doing bad. It's
He's just
just
saying that
I
they
think
way
they
your
gonna
thinking.
the way they thinking and the way they going with their movies, they sticking closer to home,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
which is a good thing. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it's bad. It's a good thing because you see how the Aquaman movie came out. You see how Wonder Woman movie came out, and they stuck to home.
I mean, that make perfect sense. And if they do that, they'll give them a chance to just get a good movie out just because
But at the same time, there
just
was an
concentrate on
event.
them.
There was an event in the comics with Shazam, Black Adam, and Superman. That's
Yep.
why I can see it happening.
That's how if they were smart, that's how they should have did it. I mean, because they'd have brought more money than
We
with this
don't
regular
know that.
Shazam
We
movie.
don't know what they doing. Because think about it. With the Aquaman movie, you said yourself you didn't really want to see the movie at first because you felt like they showed you the whole movie in the previews.
Right.
We don't know what's in that movie. I'm saying I don't want to see it. Y'all
If they
might
miss
watch
those,
the movie. You might see them. Y'all might watch the movie and tell me, hey, you need to see this movie.
right. Like how you did me with Aquaman.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel
Aquaman
what
was
you saying.
official.
I
Okay,
feel you.
right.
You want that to happen. I get it. He want that to
Yeah.
happen. Like we see the movie is actually good, and he actually go. We tell him to go look at it. He look at it like, you know what? I'm glad I was wrong. It was actually good because it's kind of hard because a child transforming into an adult to play a superhero. I mean, it does sound like a
That's
lot
the
of
I'm
hardest
conflict.
I'm
sell.
just saying I never really been a
Yeah,
Shazam fan. That's
Right.
why I don't really
Same
want
thing
to
with
see the movie.
like with Aquaman. Think about it. Like they was teasing it like how you gonna make a movie about a person
To
talking to
talk
fish,
to fish.
right? Putting
Like,
that on paper. Now they had an
but
actual Aquaman fan that made
I,
Aquaman. So when they did, and you seen all the details and stuff, and he's like, "Well, let me show you why Aquaman is a badass." That might be the same thing could happen with somebody that's a Shazam fan. They
I
be like,
mean, you
you right.
this the whole thing. That's I always tell people. They like, man, Aquaman. Aquaman basically pointless. I'm like, you do understand Aquaman one of the top 7 in DC. So
Yep.
he cannot be as pointless as you say he is.
But
right,
see,
you
you
got a whole underwater universe. You got your ground universe, underwater, and in the sky.
but see, this is a stigma that
Aquaman
I
is technically on that whole team. Aquaman is the only one except Wonder Woman that can fight Superman.
yep, because he can fight like straight
But
up fight.
no, I'm talking about actually take a punch from Superman.
I can see that underwater. Yeah, yeah, he can take a lot. Yeah,
Think about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
A normal human, if you try to dive in a submarine to the bottom of the ocean, you will be crushed.
Right.
And he live on the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
Right, so that means his
So
body
you
got to be
understand how dense his body have to be?
Deserve.
Hmm. And how strong he is, man. Dude is super strong.
It's
yeah.
just that.
Right.
It's just
Do
that.
you understand how strong you have to be to swim to the bottom of the ocean?
Hold on. I
Man,
mean,
you
you
see
gotta
how
think
they make
about
him
it.
swim in that bitch, man. He'll swim down so they just poof. I was like, ooh.
See,
Yep.
Aquaman only get that stigma or get something like that because of the '80s cartoon.
Yeah, the 80s cartoons where they made him look like a clown. Just
Yeah,
But
like
remember the 80s cartoons though, they was more kiddified though. You know what I'm
right.
saying? It
That's what
wasn't
I'm
until the
saying.
Batman
but that
cartoons, right? Remember when the Batman cartoons first came out? That's when we was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you know what I'm saying? They catering to adults as well as kids
Right.
with the
right.
Batman. Right? But
Right.
Super Friends and all that old school shit, they catered to the fucking 7-year-olds people. Right?
Right.
You know
People
what I'm
don't know
saying?
that.
Today, when the twin powers activate. It's like, come
Right.
on.
Or the other two little funny little kids with the little dog or something like
But
that.
you know though, they still kept some of that 80s stuff in the movie though.
I
Cause
Mhm.
you
know.
know
I
motherfuckers
know.
is like tripping out when they saw the seahorses up in Aquaman. It's like, oh shit, yo, they're gonna seahorses.
They was more than
But
the seahorses, man. That joint was. I'm like, yo, you know what?
when they put all the races in there, that's when I freak.
Yup.
Yeah. I thought that I would transcend into the heavens. I thought I was going to be uplifted out of my body to see
I
more
love that
of
shit with all
different
the races, bro. I
realities.
can't front.
But when I seen that, I say, "Oh my!" I say, "Yo, I
When I
know he
saw
ain't."
that part, I picked up my phone and called Chuck.
Word. Wow. He
Which
was like, yo, they
one?
made it official.
What part? You talking
when
about the
when
part when he was on?
when they
What was that?
showed all the races.
When they were showing all the races and all the kingdoms that they was
When they
breaking it
showed
down.
when they showed all the races and all the kingdoms, that's when I picked up the phone. I was like, Chuck, you got to watch this movie. He
Yeah.
was like, man, they put all the movie in the previews. I'm like, no, they didn't.
And then the previews was so misleading. And I, me, I'm a person that like detail. Like when it was in the water, you could actually see the
But
water
think about
around
it.
them
I
moving.
know I knew they kept Mira under wraps because they never showed her display her powers in the previews. Not one preview did she display her powers.
Right.
That
And
was
she
just
came
saved for the
straight out.
movie.
Right.
Yeah. Because when I first watched it, when Aquaman Mama was when at the very beginning when she had him as a baby, how they doing all that stuff there, and I'm like, okay,
Right.
okay. Then all of a sudden, when the wall got busted in, from that moment on, I said, oh, Aquaman finna bring it. Aquaman finna bring it. And it didn't let me down. They need to keep that to that same format, not the same format as that movie, but you know what I'm saying, that same passion, and let a movie be the best it could be. Don't try to squeeze it for every penny. Try to keep it under that 2 hour mark.
And
But
Nicole Kidman looked fine as hell too in that suit.
yeah. Hey, but speaking about keeping it under that, keeping it under a mark, man. I got a question. You know, this is a little fun question that I had wanted to ask y'all. Who was y'all favorite? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, the MCU or DC will be your favorite time traveler. Nobody
Time
have
travel.
nobody that like just a character like me, like and it could be a favorite time traveler or the favorite time traveler moment. Like me, mine was when
You
Bishop
say
went back in
you
time.
said in the movie universe?
No, I say either it could be in all Marvel or all DC, like all of the universe. Like what was
Man,
y'all
come
favorite
on, man.
time?
You already know who my favorite time traveler is. It's Booster Gold, man. I ain't got to tell you this no more.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing about it. It's not me. You got to tell the audience. I want the audience to know who was your favorite time traveler.
Booster Gold. That's my favorite time travel. This is the funniest superhero ever.
Yeah, so why would Booster Gold be your favorite time traveler?
Man, because he stole all his superhero equipment
Yes, he
Yup.
did.
Yep.
and went to the past, became a superhero for hire,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
his son is what's Rip last name?
Hunter?
Rip Hunter. That's Rip Hunter, the father.
No, he the father of Rip Hunter, right?
That's what I just said.
Right. I mean that's a cool one. I mean that makes sense, but
Dude, and he flies with a Legion flight ring. All right, for the Legion of Superheroes, bro.
Yeah, he got all kind of stuff he sold from the superhero museum.
Mm.
Force fields, all kinds of stuff.
And the people that used to get, as a matter of fact, want to know what's one of my favorite time travelers? All right, but this is basically going to like the old DC universe. All right,
yeah.
and it's a tie between both of them though, Superboy and Supergirl. All right, because they always used to time travel into the future to get down with the Legion of Superheroes. All right, and I used to love reading those comic books, yo. I thought they was a fucking trip, man. I used to love them shits. Every time freaking Superboy or Supergirl was in the Legion of Superheroes, that was the issue I was getting that month, bro. I was like, oh hell yeah, yo, I gotta pick up this latest issue of Legion of Superheroes, yo. Supergirl's in it. Fucking Superboy about to put the smack down. Those is my favorite time travelers from DC.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, car be cutting up. So what about you, Flip?
I don't got none.
You have no favorite time traveler?
Nope.
What about favorite time travel moment?
You mean within that universe, within both of them universes?
Yeah, either or. Like you might have a moment that was like your favorite. something that favorite time travel event that's something that occurred by time travel.
You know what? As much as I don't like, I didn't like none of the X-Men movies or whatever. I would have to say it had to been in that X-Men movie when it had to. No, it's not. I take it back. It was on a cartoon when who was that? Was it was Bishop and Cable when they had to come back in time and get use well they didn't know, but in the outcome they used Wolverine DNA to stop the disease that was in the future.
Oh,
The
wow.
X Men
That's
cartoon from
that's
the
dope.
90s. Yeah, y'all got to check
That's
that
dope.
out. It was crazy. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, what? And because he came back, I think he was going to kill Wolverine. Come to find out, Wolverine, his body, his immune system was producing a cure, a cure for the disease that I think it was Apocalypse had made in the future.
Okay. My other favorite time traveler, but from Marvel, is Cable.
Yeah, Cable.
Yeah, somebody unplugged the cord.
Oh, then plug it back up.
It was any Cable moment that you remember.
Huh?
They had any Cable
Uh,
none of the moments.
just say he's just a straight up badass.
Yeah. I
Yeah, see,
mean,
my thing was, see, I used to get Cable and Bishop name mixed up. I used to say it all the time. I used to call Bishop Cable, Cable Bishop, and my cousin like, like fool that they don't even look the same. Keep getting them mixed up. But it was the whole concept of the time travel.
Hmm.
But yeah, my favorite one was Bishop though. He the whole moment with him with the X-Men and how he had to fight with Scott Summers and got shot with with the octo beam that got from Scott and how he'll just absorb your powers and pop them back up all at you. Yeah.
you know what I told you was going to say? I told you was going to say that episode when he was there and they took his. I think was it Storm or somebody just took his bracelet off and sent his ass right back to the future. I thought that was funny. I was like, oh, that's
Oh
yo,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
I say, yo, that's the they just
So
took his
all
bracelet
yeah,
off.
they hit him with the only thing so what you saying is if that bracelet come off your wrist, you going back where you came from? Yeah, that's big. All
Yeah,
right.
to get your right on.
Nah,
I
yeah.
think, yo, why would they do that to my man? Like, yo, why would you say that, dog? Like, cause matter of fact, who was it that he talked to in the? It was somebody in the past that was in the future that sent him back. He said, "You the
Forge.
one." That, yeah,
Or-
yeah, it was Forge. That's who it was. I see it. I see it. Hold on, man. Oh my God,
See,
hold
that's the
on.
part that on Days of Future Past, when they did the time travel. I was like, why they ain't you know what I'm saying, going that format like that and how they but
Nah,
like
that was the actual comic. That was from the actual comic book Days of Future Past. You know what I'm saying? Like they had that movie went. I ain't gonna say it matched the comic perfectly, but that's what it was based on. The comic.
okay, so that one stay closer.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So Savage, you want to hit that Leah Battle Angel or you want to do Off with Your Head? I'm gonna let you
I heard
call it.
about that Hulu stuff, right?
Oh, you talking about the Howard the Duck?
Well, nah. Besides the Howard the Duck, though, they was talking about that. They're just waiting for the green light from Marvel and Disney. Supposedly, I think they're gonna revive like Daredevil, the shows that have been getting canceled. Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist.
Oh no,
So the
I ain't hear
possibility
about
is
that.
gonna show up on Hulu.
Also, basically, they just ripping them off of Netflix and pulling them on their own streaming service and buy them
No, no,
having
no, 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 no. Because Netflix, remember, still got that 2 year contract. All right. So
right.
once the show gets canceled, it's 2 years before it actually reverts back to Marvel and Disney. But these guys are just the guys at Hulu, the senior vice president in charge of Hulu. He's actually just waiting for the green light from them. So obviously they got to wait out the 2 years, but they plan on actually bringing them over to Hulu because they're already starting to expand now. After the Runaways, now they're expanding with those cartoons, those 5 cartoon series that they talked about. All right, and they got some major talent and major comedians on it. All right, for the Howard the Duck show alone, you got Kevin Smith actually coming out of retirement and shit in order to start writing that show. And then all the other shows has a whole bunch of top comedians and top producers attached to them. Right? So these ain't gonna be your regular average cartoons that you see on TV. They're gonna be some next level shit.
Yeah,
Right.
So,
Well, he just
so Flip, what you think they gonna what art style you think they gonna use when they go with Howard the Duck?
well, Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Is that art style that you have is real? I mean, like for a motion movie, like a live action movie, or
I don't know if
Cartoon.
that picture was fan art or was it the actual clip of it, but I think that was fan art.
well, let me ask you this: which one was the one that they had in Guardians of the
Oh,
Galaxy?
Galaxy.
Yeah, what was wrong with that one? I thought that was all right. Go back and watch Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, when you see Howard the Duck inside that cage, that the collector had him inside the cage or whatever. I ain't seen nothing wrong with that one. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that would be a decent art style to go with. But
Not saying that they will do it, but I didn't see nothing wrong with it. That's all I'm saying. You know,
yeah,
nothing wrong with that one.
that or just they don't have to go as in depth on the CG. They could actually tone it down and kind of make it more like how they doing a little puppet show, like not do it like a puppet, but you know how they did the little puppet one, where you know what I'm saying, how they actually had them like mixed in together with the or do it like a Leo Battle Angel, kind of have the CG mixed with real stuff, and don't do the whole thing like that. So what about you, Savage? What you think is gonna how you think they're gonna do that the Howard the Duck?
I'm kind of hoping they keep it like they had it on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just have like real people like around them and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would be the obvious thing, but you know the budget, they might not have a budget to pull it off like that. It might got to tone it down some.
A person could always dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about
So
that.
what about you, Kalada? What art style you think they're gonna go with?
Just say Guardian of the Galaxy.
It's gonna be a
Okay.
cartoon, yo. You know what I'm saying? Is they already said it's gonna be a cartoon, so it's basically gonna
Oh,
have
they.
whatever
Uh,
the character designer is, man. You know what I'm saying? So they might have a good character designer. As long as they got good character designs, I'm good.
Nah,
And the
I
animation
thought
is
I heard it
good.
was supposed to have. I thought it was supposed to be like CGI or something.
Nah, these is cartoons, bro.
Oh well.
It's 5 cartoon series. All right, and not just the Howard the Duck man, but you're also getting Tiger teaming up with I forgot who the other character is. Let me check real quick.
Why he checking on that? I still seen a little thing about it was supposed to be a like CG. So it might be animation, but I don't think they're gonna that's gonna do him no justice. I think that's gonna pretty much take away from who he is, like his whole characteristics. And that's gonna be a
You
big
think
fail.
so?
Yeah, that'll be a big fail from Hulu. Because I mean, if it's a regular cartoon, it's gonna drop down like if they do the art style like Family Guy or American Dad or Rick and Morty, for all my Rick and Morty fans out there, if they drop the art style to something like that, I think it'll be a failure because just because it just kind of gonna take away from the emerging of the show that how it have the dynamic. It's gonna change the dynamic.
You think so?
shit,
Yeah, I really
shit,
do.
shit. I mean, hey, when they had the movie, was out. All it was the dude dressed up in a duck suit,
Yeah,
and
I mean, but, you know, look at the time. Look back, well, that's what back then though.
I mean, I'm just saying back then that was good. Like, just think about how advanced that was back then.
Right.
It looked like a real duck, and you sitting there looking at it. And all it was like animatronic with a dude on wrapped up in all
All
that stuff.
right. Now I have the breakdown, people. It is gonna have a cartoon art style or whatnot, and the four shows it's Modoc. All right.
Mhm.
So Modoc is actually going to get made into a cartoon series. How is that going to work? I do not know. All right, but I'm excited to find out. All right, and then they got something called Hip Monkey. All right, with basically a Japanese snow monkey that gets trained by a ghost of an American assassin. I don't know what the hell that's about, but they got some good people working on it. And then you got Tigra and Dazzler. I haven't seen Dazzler in anything in like forever. All right. And but Tigra and Dazzler show. All right. And then of course Howard the Duck. And then they're gonna team up for a show called The Offenders. So it's kind of like The Defenders, but it's called The Offenders. Now,
Yeah,
how is that going to work out? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out.
yeah, they're gonna be probably doing crimes and stuff together.
Dude, I don't know, man. I have no clue. Because Howard the Duck, he was off the wall in his comic books. And, like Guardians of the Galaxy kept that vibe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like, oh, when you go duck, you never go. I don't know. I forgot the way he worded it, but that shit had me bugging. All right, that adult humor, and I think is gonna have a lot of adult humor because Kevin Smith, he's good for that. All right, he's good for that. So I'm really excited for the Howard the Duck show out of all of them, really.
Hey, you think the humor like the level of what, like a Family Guy, like adult level, or you think it's gonna go like some
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the guys that created Family Guy bit off of Howard the Duck.
yeah, but I'm talking about like nowadays, you think, I mean, when it come out with this one, that's the level of like the how they gonna introduce, like how the doubt, how they gonna the jokes, like how they gonna bring out the raw jokes. They're gonna be on that level, or you think they're gonna go a little bit more extreme, like
But that's what I'm trying to get at, though. Yeah, yes, it's gonna be on the same level, all right. But and I understand why you bring up Family Guy because that's the thing that most people are used to. But Howard the Duck came out in the '70s
right.
with that adult humor. So, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Right? So I understand though most people are used to Family Guy. All right, but Family Guy has been what, 2K era? All right, that his first came out in. Howard the Duck was around since the '70s with that adult humor. All right. So if anything, Howard the Duck influenced the creator of Family Guy. All right. To make Family Guy the way it is.
Mm.
Just like I'm sure Howard the Duck influenced some of the stuff for The Simpsons and all that from back in the day. Simpsons been running on for a minute. All right. But yeah, it's going to have that adult humor like Family Guy, Simpsons, so on and so forth. At least the earlier seasons of The Simpsons.
Yeah, but they got some stuff nowadays that's so raw that
And even some of the things of South Park, because if like some of the things that they do in South Park, remember that they was always on current events when the show was running. They was always up with current events, right?
right.
Because they would do the show on a weekly basis. So there's, and since they did it paper animation and whatnot, they'd be able to, basically do whatever happened that week and actually put it in the show. Howard the Duck was more or less the same thing on a monthly basis. All right, whatever was going on in the political landscape that would actually get put into the comic book in the '70s, dude. Howard the Duck was like a cult underground classic. All right, that like most little kids did not read Howard the Duck. The ones that was reading Howard the Duck back in the day was adults. All right, it was like Mad Magazine. All right, that's the type of stuff that Howard the Duck was like until that movie came along in the '80s, which basically took a steaming pile of shit on the fucking franchise. So I'm
Right.
hoping this Hulu show actually brings it back into the limelight the right way, bro.
I mean, yeah, because they gotta bring it to that next level. Because you know how the Simpsons was out, and then they got a Hulu. No, that's Netflix. Netflix got a new show from the Simpsons. Oh, say Stab, what's the name of the show that Simpsons had did on Netflix?
Man,
Matt
I
Groening?
forgot. I forgot.
Yeah, by the creator of Simpsons, Matt Groening. I think I saw something about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember the
I done
title
watched
though.
Hold
I
on,
done watched a couple.
hold on, Colossus. The movie interpretation of Howard the Duck from the comic book was on point. It just people wasn't prepared for that because he had stuff in that movie that was crazy. Like when he used to watch when he was going home, he was watching the little duck magazine, and the little duck was butt ass naked. You see
No,
her,
no, don't get me wrong.
you
Some of
see
it was there, but the
everything.
movie was garbage, though, man. Come on, man. But
Look,
I
man,
do remember the Duck magazine, though.
I
What
mean,
was it?
like
Play Duck, right? It was called Play Duck.
Play Duck. So, yeah, right. Play Duck. It was called Play Duck. I said, hold on. I said, no, the duck they got, and it had the nerve to have hair, and the hair was black. I said, you know what? Earth, call him Morrison. Come in, Orson. I was like, oh, oh, I was like, yo.
Dude, but those are like one or two little highlights that are in the movie. But the whole movie itself, though, man, come on. It's like,
I thought it
bro.
was all right. I mean, you gotta look at what era it came out or whatever. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so much in that era. I mean, man, man, as the little kid, I was like, oh man, I'm sure my mom ain't looking at me watching this.
I mean, but yeah, but nowadays, well, I say they got some stuff that's extra extreme. They got this PD or PO show that's on Hulu right now. Well, the dude son, I mean Savage put me on here with the dude's he a police officer.
Oh, Paradise PD. Now I
Paradise
remember.
PD,
Yeah.
exactly.
Paradise PD,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
about dude got
yeah.
shot in the nuts by his son. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, leave that alone, leave that alone, leave that alone. His nut got shot off.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like how the
I
duck
was
gotta
like,
bring it to that
I
next.
said,
Hey,
yo, this so
he blamed his son
and,
for his wife leaving him. He
and
said, "Yeah, my
everything.
wife telling me because you sat my nuts out." You know, shit like that. They really go hard. You know, like they got shows like that now. Well, they got the one that the Simpsons had made where they back in the mid times where they be like cut somebody head off and they chop a person head off. She got a demon and he a all black little demon that's running around with her and he'll say stuff like y'all would have never guessed, but this whole time I've been naked. Now, since I told y'all that, y'all will never forget. So the whole time y'all watching me, y'all seeing me butt naked. You know,
Yeah,
he
he
said,
be
you know,
saying some
stuff like
wild
that.
stuff.
But like, man, they got, they got that's the level that Howard Duck got to bring into like that that next generation of these animation shows. But so Savage, you ready to go ahead and get to this that off with your head?
Yeah. All right. Tonight I was wanting to do Mr. Sinister versus Doc Ock.
So what about the power set? So we'll know who would like to choose.
All right. As far as Mr. Sinister, his power sets go from virtual immortality to um gene manipulation. And Doc Ock, as far as not counting all the mechanical arms, he is basically one of the smartest people, well, smartest villains in. I'm gonna just say smartest people in Marvel. You just kind of throw it off.
I mean, he don't he or what a geneticist.
He a geneticist. He
A
he
physicist,
a
a
physicist.
geneticist,
He like so he got so many like
bionic. Yeah, he got a lot of degrees.
That's why he be tingling with people, huh?
yeah. And I was really thinking more or less instead of having them have a fight, I wanted to put him in a situation of there's there all right, Mr. Sinister, he one of the antagonists of the X-Men. So I want to reverse the roles and instead of the X-Men going after Sinister, the X-Men going after Doc Ock and the Avengers going after Sinister. And how would each one of these how would y'all play how would y'all think they would get away from each team or defeat the team? That's where I was going with this.
Hold on, so basically you saying like if like Mr. Center, he got to get away from the Avenger.
Avengers and Doc Ock got to get away from the X-Men.
All right, so you basically so who we think would which one to get away?
Yeah, using they own power, their own powers and their own intellect.
And who Doc Ock trying to get away from?
Doc Ock trying to get away from the X-Men.
Oh, I say Doc Ock could get away from the X-Men simply from I mean, he got his his mechanical arms. The only person that probably could that could penetrate that would be Wolverine, and all he got to do with Wolverine is use his raw strength against him. Like he gonna fight off his animal instinct. And Doc, I already know how to fight against somebody that saying another move swift like he fight Peter Parker. So I'm my guess would be him simply just being able to escape simply because of like he could be able to counter everything that the X-Men could do, and the only person that probably could get to his head is a person that won't do it. It would be Professor Xavier, and I don't think Professor Xavier will go to the extreme where he'll go inside his mind, and they'll just try to stop him. He'll have a better chance of escaping the X-Men.
Nah,
I understand what you're saying,
I
but
think you
I just want to throw two keys in there. Wolverine would not be the only one that would be able to, because you forgetting about Cyclops.
That's if Cyclops turn his beam up high enough, But when would he do? I mean, when he when have Scott ever done that to just catch a regular person? Unless he killed Jean Grey, he ain't going for Optiglass.
And Gambit.
What about Storm? She could just freeze his metal, freeze his arms and stuff.
Well, yeah.
Slow him down.
Storm could do that. Gambit could just touch it. Matter of fact, Rogue could just touch it. I'm still going my Doc Ock.
Okay.
Okay.
So I mean, because I'm just thinking about compared to Mr. Sinister trying to get away from the Avengers. I mean, that's why I said that I had to run with those odds. So, what about y'all? Which one y'all think if y'all say I'm so wrong or y'all got a different opinion about it?
No, I was just saying, I was just throwing people in there that can stop his arm. There's still a bunch of different things that Doc Ock can do to get away.
Right. So, which direction which direction you'll roll with, Flip?
I probably would roll with Sinister. Sinister is also a scientist too. He messed with biology and all of that, the condition of the human body, manipulating their genes and stuff like that. I would go with him.
Okay, that's what's up. What about you, Kaleidoscope?
I'm sleep.
I don't know.
if you had to choose between Doc Ock getting away from the X-Men or Sinister getting away from the Avengers, who you think who would you choose to have a better chance of escaping?
Good question.
And yeah, because for me, I went with I had to go with Doc Ock, man, because I mean it's kind of hard because in reality I'm looking at neither one of them going to escape. But if I had to go with the eyes of who had a chance,
I said escape or defeat.
Dude,
I said escape
but
or
they
defeat.
both have a chance to. They both have a chance to escape, bro. Yeah. It all depends on the writing. All depends on the person that's writing the narrative. All right, just like Superman can beat just like Batman has whooped Superman's ass, right? It just depends on the writer. Come up with a clever way and whatnot in order to do, you know what I'm saying, in order to defeat him or whatnot. So they both could actually get away.
So
it's just all explaining in the narrative.
Who would you like to see get away? Who would you choose if you had to choose one?
If I had to choose who was to get away,
who would you root for?
Neither. I don't like none of them.
All right,
not a fan.
All right. What about if both of them escape? After both of them escape, they have a tunnel to get down, but to get down this tunnel, they both blocking each other. So one gonna have to get away and one gonna have to get stopped. So which one you think will overpower the other person to sacrifice to be able to escape down the tunnel so the people could chase him?
Oh well, Sinister's gonna fucking put the smackdown on freaking Doc Ock.
So
I
you're
just
going
think
with Sinister.
Sinister's more powerful. I don't know why. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I always thought he was more powerful.
All right, so who you said, Flip? You said Sinister 2, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
got two Sinisters, and I said
You said Doc
I
Ock,
got yeah. So we're gonna have to roll with
Sinister.
You went with Doc Ock? What is you smoking?
oh yeah, my bad. I'm talking and the microphone was on mute. But now I mean I went with Doc Ock because I was like, well, this might be a little bit more fair with him against the X-Men because the X-Men wouldn't go full throttle on him. But then at the same time, the whatchamacallit probably wouldn't go full throttle on him either.
You thought wrong.
Yeah, I did. So so how we gonna end this Savage?
You know how we gonna end
Twitter.
it. Matter of fact, we gonna let the fans decide. And next week, we'll find out who
Now,
get their head chopped off.
and then let's use the fans for a tiebreaker. So today we're just going right now it's Dr. Octavius. You know what I'm saying? For the end and everything, you know what I'm saying? I went with you, but I stayed with you to the end. So everybody else voted against you. So one thing we got to do to you. And off with his head. Hey, y'all was able to hear it, huh?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it.
Yeah, I had to give him a standing ovation of getting his head chopped off. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't want him to get a chance to get his last words and nothing like that. I'm a bad not Undertaker. What's the person that's standing there to cut your head off?
Execution.
Yeah,
Yep.
bad executioner. But yeah, well, we'll add the next one on that from next week though. But before we go on get up out of here, man. Aaliyah Battle Angel has been breaking charts across seas before they even came over to the States. So my question is to y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, do y'all think that it's gonna actually do well in the United States? And is y'all interested in going to see it for y'all with y'all own two eyes? Because I mean, when I see the previews, they sold it to me, so I'm going to go see it. I was thinking about going with it come out with this weekend here, so I'm probably gonna go see it next weekend. So that's one of my top ones. So what about you? Matter of fact, I ain't never asked you. You ain't been around in a minute. So Kaleidoscope. So what about you? You fucking with that Leah Battle Angel?
Yeah, I'm gonna see it on Thursday, bro.
You gonna see
I'm
it
gonna
when
see
it
it on
first come out?
Thursday. Hell yeah! I noticed that they're actually incorporating stuff from the second book as well of Alita Battle Angel. And now I didn't know they was gonna do that. I thought it was just gonna be based off the first book. But when I saw her in the arena, all right, where they're playing motorball or whatever that was called, I was like, yes, I'm all there. And then there's James Cameron. He actually co-wrote the script. James Cameron is producing. Hell yeah, I'm all over that shit, bro. And then it's fucking Robert Rodriguez with money. All right, so you actually got a budget now. The special effects is all point, yo, dude. I can't wait to see that shit, yo. That's the shit that's gonna kick off the year for me.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I wasn't a fan. I'm gonna be a newbie to Leah Battle Angel. So when I seen the previews, it sold it on to me, but like it was like amazed. It's no way for me to say on my just from my perspective because I had no expectations at first. It just hit me and it was like, damn, this look amazing. I know what I'm saying, it caught my interest. Just the way they unfold the story and the way I like the look of it, the animation, the way they have it. where it's half real and half animation. Like they kind of give it I say they blend in the line, and I like that. It's pretty cool for me. So what about you, Flip?
I'm gonna check it out. I've never really, I mean, I never really have been a big fan of it. I know about it, watch it a few times. I'm just saying, I'll look at it, man. I ain't gonna have no problem with looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Going to the movie, it might be a Cody moment for me.
Yeah. Hey, so you think it's gonna do well in the States?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I hope a lot. Well, man, that's kind of hard, man. Because it seems like every time they translate movies like that and over here, whatever, somehow it just doesn't resonate very well with people over here in the state. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what about you, Savage?
Uh,
You think it's gonna translate well in the States?
mm, I don't know.
Hey, what about that Dragon Ball Z movie they had came out? That so like at the movie theaters was sold out on the first week or two it came out.
Oh, okay.
But the thing about
Yeah,
it,
but
they was
that's
showing it in
different. That's
select theaters,
Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball got a cult following.
yeah.
right? But then but that was an anime, and for them to put it to a movie theater and for it to sell like it did, I mean, I know it got a call following, but they did some ridiculous numbers to say they only had it in limited theaters.
Yeah, but you got to realize, some even people that's not into Dragon Ball Z, the casual, heard of Dragon Ball Z.
No, I'm saying like
It's what
Dragon
Savage
Ball.
said. It has a
Dragon Ball.
following.
Dragon Ball
Yeah,
got a cult following like Star Wars and Star Trek.
Yep.
I know that though, but the reason why people know of them, even if they're not a fan of it, people still know of it. Oh yeah, I know what that is. And they still
And
likely to
and,
go see it.
and a fun fact, Dragon Ball been around since the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they probably just have a cult following, but at the same time, you don't think none of those fans gonna carry over to Live Battle Angel?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's a thin line between love and hate, good brother. I don't know. I ain't gonna go that far.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, it is,
I'm
but
I'm 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 gonna just put it like this. I have no designs on seeing the movie because I remember the old. Yeah, I wasn't into that. The old stuff I wasn't into, so I don't really have no designs on seeing this.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, anybody have before we get up out of here? Anybody have any last thoughts or any topics that we were supposed to hit that we ain't hit? You know what I'm saying? Or they want to pull, we go left. We talk about everything besides religion and politics. You know what I'm saying?
The
The
only,
TV show.
the only thing I'm worried about is the 22nd
What's the 22nd?
anthem.
Oh man, yeah, the Anthem train. The hype train for Anthem is serious.
mm-hmm. Yep. Anthem. And the boy, don't fail me. Don't fail me, boy. Don't fail me. Please don't. I hope
But
you're getting them demons out your soul, boy.
Oh,
So
the boy,
you can
yeah.
have fun. Please don't fail me. Don't fail me. You've been saying some off the wall stuff and going real left. But I'm hoping that this encounter or conversation with this female will bring you right back into the grace of God.
Hey, Flip has no cut. Man, yeah, you crazy. Man, say Kaleidoscope, you played that Anthem?
Nope, I haven't played it yet.
Oh man, you don't know that game that game amazing. What about that
I saw what it looks like though. I did see the way it looks. It does look bugged out.
I'm gonna keep it real. What playing the game and looking at the game, looking at the game
Okay.
don't do it no justice. You got to
Mhm.
put your hands on it. Like
yeah.
I really got to say that, Colada. You really got to put your hands on it.
Gotta get your
No, I know. I mean,
Hey,
it looks like the next best thing since Iron Man, right? If they would have actually had the rights to Iron Man, They had the engine right there. That
Yeah,
one game.
Yeah.
I mean, you can personalize your suit to make it look the way you want it to. I'm not gonna say you can create
Oh, that's pretty cool.
no Marvel characters, but you can get pretty close.
Okay. So you could customize the armor and everything.
I made something that looked close to War Machine.
All
I
right.
made I made
That's
I,
what's up.
I made so
Fuck yeah.
I made something that looked close to Spawn.
All right. Good shit. I didn't know you could customize the armor like that. Now that just opens up a whole new can of worms.
I
And I'm
mean, me and my friends was running around looking like four of the Power Rangers.
I'm gonna make mine look like
That's all
Nightcrawler.
dope. That's all dope.
Hey, but the thing about it is, I mean, the beauty, it fit the way the game feels. It almost give you that addictive feel just to
You
be
can,
just
and
to
you
feel.
don't have to pay for you don't have to earn currency to change the color of your suits, or you don't have to earn currency to change, change your stuff around, like your upgrades and all that. Is like if you want to build your own stuff, that's when you actually use the currency in the game.
Hmm.
Mm,
Ah,
okay.
The
that,
demo
that,
was pretty big. The demo was
Yeah, the
actually pretty.
demo was pretty nice. I gotta really say
Yeah, I
that. That
mean,
was
I couldn't get on at first, so I'm the type of person I got a low tolerance for shit like that. So I couldn't get on the game, and I was like, you know what, man, fuck this game.
yeah, it was worth it.
I
You
mean,
come out,
that first day it was messed up bad, but after that it got better. That's when they opened it up to everybody.
Yeah.
That was the problem. I really think that really was the problem when they tried to close it off to only certain people.
Hmm.
they know the
As
game.
soon as they opened it up to everybody, it was working perfectly fine.
They know the game.
Okay, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll end up playing it. It's like so many games right now. It's like shit. It's too
Oh,
many
I'm day one
games.
in that. I'm
They
day
know.
one in that.
I'm gonna try to use in the words of my good friend Vodka, I'm gonna try to use some of my unique resources, as he would say. I have. That game is nice.
Yeah, man, y'all one game I wanted to play that I didn't get a chance to play was that Division 2. Now the first one was a bullet sponge. They said they'd have fixed it, they'd have made it fighting against the more complex,
They
they'd
fixed
upped
that.
on the visuals. So I mean,
The
anybody,
visual, I'll put it like this. I hope you got an X.
yeah.
I know
Okay,
Ubisoft
TV,
track
I'm ready. I'm
record.
diving.
Yeah, I know Ubisoft track record, and they only really cater to the X. Anything else under it, it looks like what the
Yeah.
yeah. That's Ubisoft. It's what they do. They cater to that X like it's their pride and joy.
Oh, and one other thing.
They probably know you got
For the
X.
people who still play Monster Hunter, there was a Witcher update. You can actually play with Geralt on the Monster Hunter.
Gerald.
Garrow, really? I
Yeah.
was I wasn't aware that they was made by the same company, CD Project Red.
No, no, it's just a license.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. That's what's up.
Okay, yeah. What about the Apex? Anybody was fucking with the Apex?
I seen people on Mixer playing that thing like crazy, like it's crack.
I can't play that. I don't have time. I'm addicted to GTA.
It's too many of them out here, huh? Too many of them out here. Like I can't lie, man. I just got to that Tomb Raider because I was about to buy the game. I was like, well, I'm waiting, like the sweet times I wait to get games like that when they hit $30. This is not a secret. I've been saying this that on my single player games, I'll let them drop to their 30 because when I play them then they're gonna feel just like I'm gonna get the same feeling of when I got them when they was $60. I mostly get my multiplayers on day one. But so I about to purchase the game, then they put it on Game Pass, and I got Game Pass. And it was like, bam, I don't have to purchase it no more. That's why it's the power of Game Pass for me. But right now I'm playing it, and that's a damn good ass game, man. I was listening to people say when you blend into the background, when they say you blend into the background.
What game you playing on Game Pass?
Huh? Yeah, the
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I thought you already had Tomb Raider though. I thought you
Yeah,
had
I
day
played all
one.
that.
I thought you
I played
played. You was
first
playing it
two.
with everybody else.
Yeah, no, I had the first two, and I said I wasn't
Okay.
gonna get the third one because I was like, man, it don't make no sense because I'm already got all these other games I'm bagged up on. I'm trying to play. I'm not gonna really have time to play Tomb Raider right now. I'm gonna wait to catch it later on the sale. That's
Well,
why
you know what?
I start
You
doing
know
my
what?
games there.
The first two was in there in the Game Pass.
Oh, I didn't know that because I mean I've been like I had those already.
Right. I mean, yeah, I get that. No one knew. Who knew that it was going to come to Game Pass?
I beat I overlooked. Yeah. But yeah, that's the game I've been on, and that's a pretty damn good ass game. I mean, I'm going back like Battlefield 5. You know, that game been out for a minute. When it first came out, I only played it a couple times, and I was like here and there, but I didn't have that feel for it. But now I'm starting to get that feel of Battlefield again. You know, when Anthem come out, I want to hop on that Anthem because I'm able to play it. And for my people that get motion sickness, that's one of the games that you can actually play, and it don't make you motion sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's a game like Doom, you know what I'm saying? Doom make a person motion sickness fast. So, you know what I'm saying? I know they got a lot of people that's like that, and I'm one of them. So I didn't experience it. For anybody that have that complex, I guess what some people like to call it. But if y'all feel like that, yeah, y'all don't have to worry about that with Anthem. Ready to go. Let's dive.
I'm gonna just say one crazy thing before we go. What if they was to put Anthem in Game Pass?
Yeah, that's a meltdown right there.
Yo, it'll be over. I'll be like, what? Oh,
yeah,
man.
I mean, you got a better chance of that going into the vault in the EA vault.
I'm just saying.
No, I mean it is going to go into EA's vault.
It's going to go in there.
That would be dope if it did come out on Game Pass, though.
I'm just saying.
EA's vault always comes out like 8 months after the fact or 6 months after the fact.
Right.
But Game Pass is day one, day and date. You do something like
crazy.
that, it could be on Game Pass for 1 month. You know what I'm saying? Like Netflix, they be putting movies on like 1 month or 2 months, and then they take it off. Right. So that shit would drive a lot of traffic through Game Pass. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It really would. I really would say it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people, we're not saying
for all the people who that's got doubts and they could try it for free for a month.
Yep.
People, now we're not saying it's going to happen. I was just saying.
This is just a theory. Only a theory.
Do it on the first month. Do it on the second month.
We having fun with conversation. That's it.
Yeah, right. It's like y'all liars.
Right. I better tell everybody. I know this is the part of the podcast we just go left.
Right. I'm just saying, like, next thing you know, tomorrow, all four of us big liars. Like, wait a minute, we never said that.
Yeah, we put a disclaimer already out there, so they shouldn't try to handle like that. But man, what about they just do it on the second month of Game Pass? Like after the first month, they get their initial sales, then the second month just say, hey, Anthem and Game Pass for a month. So people that didn't buy the game, that got Game Pass, gonna try it. Then it's one of those games that, like y'all said, the same reputation. Well, it's gonna keep you still want to play it after a month. That's not a one and done type game. So you could do games like that.
After 3 days, I didn't want to play nothing else but Anthem.
I'm gonna tell you, just like Colossus said, even if it's a month, 2 or 3 months down the line, and this game is that good, I'm gonna just say the same thing he just said. All that gonna do is a whole lot of traffic gonna run right through Game Pass. That's all. Don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But
exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Well, shit, yeah. Well, say, fellas, man, I enjoyed myself. Everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for coming and rocking out with us, man. Y'all ready to get up out this thing?
Yep. Yeah, I'm out of here.
All right, for all our mutants and metahumans, man, y'all be safe. Y'all be secure. We out of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Heroic Vibration Podcast out.
Peace.